I didn't shout, I didn't cry, I didn't beg, or even ask why. I simply walked away. I left in silence. Not a single word exchanged, not a single plea for her to stop. There was no dramatic exit, no accusations thrown, just a quiet departure, a decision made in the deepest part of me, one I knew would change everything. She thought it meant I was weak, that I was hurt, that I was broken. She thought I would eventually come crawling back, begging for forgiveness, try and make sense of the mess she had left behind. But she never understood my silence wasn't a sign of surrender. It wasn't me giving up. It was me taking control. Months passed, and she tried everything. She sent messages hoping I'd reply. She called hoping to hear my voice on the other end, desperate for me to pick up the pieces she had shattered. But I didn't respond. No matter how many times she reached out, I remained quiet. I stayed silent, letting the weight of her actions settle into her conscience. She thought it was a game, that if she ignored the reality of what she had done, I would eventually forget too. But I didn't forget. I never would. She never realized that walking away wasn't just about leaving her. It was about leaving the version of me she had known, the version of me who would take her back, who would forgive her, who would make excuses for her mistakes. That man was gone. When I walked away, I left without a single trace, no messages, no notes, no signs that I had ever existed in her life. I didn't leave any room for her to come back. I left only a void, and it was in that void, in that emptiness, that she began to truly feel the weight of what she had done. She thought she could replace me. She thought she could move on and leave me behind like I was nothing. But what she didn't understand was that the moment she decided to betray me, she lost the one thing she thought she could always count on, me. The first day, she didn't notice. The second, she probably thought it was just a bad day. But by the third day, she felt it, my absence, the emptiness I had left behind in her life. My things were gone. My presence was gone. And with it, the life she had taken for granted. She started to panic. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know where to turn. She tried calling my friends, asking if they knew where I was. She sent messages pleading for me to respond. She even reached out to mutual acquaintances, hoping for just a glimpse of me, a single word, anything that would bring me back. But there was nothing. She couldn't find me, and that was the hardest thing for her to accept. She had no control over it. She couldn't fix what she had broken, and now it was too late. I didn't need closure. I didn't need to see her face or hear her apologize. I didn't need to relive the pain, the lies, or the broken promises. I had already made my peace the moment I walked away. My silence was my answer, and it was enough. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, her desperation grew. She sent long, heartfelt messages asking for a chance to explain. She told herself that if she just had the chance to apologize, maybe things would go back to normal. But every time she tried, she was met with the same silence. The silence that told her everything she needed to know, that I was done, that I had moved on, and that I was never coming back. She tried to fill the void with other people. She tried to move on, but it wasn't the same. Nothing felt right. Every laugh was forced, every conversation shallow. She missed me, but not in the way she thought. She missed a version of herself that existed when I was there, when I loved her. She missed the comfort of having me around, the stability I brought into her life. But she didn't miss me for who I was. She missed what I provided her, and now she had lost it all. The worst part? She realized too late. The realization came crashing down on her when she least expected it. She had thought I would always be there, that no matter what happened, I would forgive her, that I would understand her mistakes. But I didn't. I couldn't. And when I walked away, I took everything with me. I took the life we had built, the memories, the plans. I took it all. And I left her with nothing but the heavy weight of her own regret. Months passed, and she couldn't accept it. She couldn't understand why I had left without a fight, without a single word, why I hadn't screamed, why I hadn't begged. She thought it was her fault, that she was the one who had failed. But the truth was, she had already failed me long before she ever cheated. She failed me when she decided to betray my trust. She failed me when she thought I would always forgive her. And now, she was the one searching for me, desperate to find the man she had lost, desperate to make things right. But what she didn't realize was that it was too late. The man she was searching for no longer existed. One day, I knew it would happen. She would find me eventually. She would track me down, convinced that if she just apologized enough, I would come back. But by then, I would have moved on. I wouldn't be the same man she once knew. I would be stronger, colder, unrecognizable to her. And when that day came, I would be ready. I would look at her, and I would feel nothing, because I had already let go. I had already walked away. And that silence, that emptiness I left behind, would be all the revenge I needed. Because the greatest revenge isn't to make them suffer, it's to walk away, to disappear, to leave them drowning in their own regret, while you move on and build something better, something stronger. And when she finally found me, it wouldn't matter. She would be too late. She would be left with nothing but her own mistakes and the reality that the man she betrayed was now gone forever. And that was the sweetest revenge.